Awesome, awesome.
Good afternoon, 7th, 8th, 5th, and 6th grade. Today we're going to be working on a couple different techniques in the violin. In class on Thursday, we completed the song Cumberland Gap, which is an old Civil War era tune, which is under the key of D. And so what we're going to be working on is polishing that up, and we're also going to be working on the D major 1-octave scale, okay? So the D major 1-octave scale, it begins on your D string, right? And it's very similar to the G major 1st octave. So let's go ahead and just do single bow strokes long, and we're just going to walk right up, open, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, open A string, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then we're going to play that 3rd note twice, as we do with the G, and walk right back down, okay? So let's play that just to warm up. Open D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, D, can practice this with your other bow strokes as well. One of the things I want you to be attentive to is your bow hold, right? We talked about this. This is something we really need to work on in class, is making sure that we're holding our bow the correct way. This way, with your pinky poised on the top and your index finger sort of laying down, your thumb right there, it offers you a lot of control as far as balance goes, okay? There's definitely a reason why we hold the bow this way. I also want you to be attentive to your left hand. Make sure that it's you don't have a pancake hand. You want it to be like this, right? So your strings, you're able to reach all your strings more efficiently, okay? Let's go through, and we're going to run through Cumberland Gap really quickly. I'm just going to play the entire song through at the speed it's normally played at. Then we're going to go and play it slowly. I'd like you to practice it slowly and make sure that's polished up by next Tuesday, okay? Because I'd like to move on to a new song. So Cumberland Gap in the key of D. There's a couple little embellishments that I put in there, a little flourish on the last part, but let's slow that down, and I want this to be polished. I want this to be polished by the time we get to Tuesday. If you're feeling ambitious, work on that slide. We talked about this in class. If you're feeling really ambitious, work on the double stops, playing the D and the A simultaneously. So here we go. We're going to play it slowly. Ready? Without the slides or the double stops. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another video on this channel in which I break down the Cumberland Gap into more manageable parts. If you need to refresh your memory on that, go ahead and go ahead and check that video out. But what I'd like you to do is practice that D major 1-octave scale. And I want you to practice holding your bow correctly. I want you to practice Cumberland Gap. I want that to be clean. I want that to be clean and polished by Tuesday. And then also, I'd like for you to remember some of the mechanics we talked about early on in music class. Number one being the mechanic of the elbow moving, right? This is the violin. The most difficult part about it is the bow movement, your right hand. And it's a wrist movement. You need to have a flexible wrist. You need to have a flexible elbow. It's not a arm. It's not a bicep movement. It's a fluid. It's almost, you could hold your bicep, not moving at all, right? It's all on the wrist and in the elbow. So good luck, and I will see you on Monday.